Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, if you know, and nobody can claim that I'm just being negative. Really? December 1st will be my 8th Kentucky Liberty Fest. I've attended lots of other functions around the state. I've put out 100 positions on the show, on DetersForGovernor.com. I have over 200 videos I'm putting out every single day. No candidate's even close to my content. However, there comes a time when you need to define your opponents. And you know what? I was thinking, I think this all the time. I've told you this before. I think, what would Belichick do? What would Saban do? What would Trump do? What would Trump do? What would Lincoln do? What would Trump do? I tell you what Trump would do. Trump would do what I'm about ready to do to Savannah, Kamala, the Delilah of Grant County, Maddox. She says she's authentic. She's an authentic fraud. Now let me go through this. I didn't think she ever worked any kind of job. Somebody told me, it was a Democrat, so maybe it's not true, told me that she did work at the Dairy Queen. Okay, so she worked Dairy Queen. All work is noble. But you know what? She's 34 years old, has held no executive position, never employed anybody, was Grant County Republican youth chair, worked for Rand Paul's campaign, Thomas Masseys' campaign, gets elected state rep, and she wants to be governor. Really? And let me tell you something, folks. I know for a fact, okay, there is a private investigative file, and I have eyewitnesses. I mean, I got somebody who guarded a hotel room door for him, okay, for example. And she has had an inappropriate relationship with Chris McCann, Thomas Masseys' field rep. They're both married. And she does that, okay? Now, you know what? I would never say a word about that. Married couples, you never know what. But she acts like she's this little Christian church-going goody two-shoes from Grant County. She's a phony. She's a phony. And you know what? She hasn't sued me, folks. She hasn't sued me. And let me tell you something else about it. I went after my nephew for harassing my wife. I said everything that I just said in front of her and her husband, 10 feet from me in Hart County, and they sat there and took it. And you know why? Because it's true. I got to ask all you men out there, if somebody falsely accused your wife of cheating on you, would you sit there and take that or kick their ass? By the way, I've joked that I'd kick their ass even if it was true. Think about that. Think about that. She's never done anything. I've written 5 books. I wonder if she's read a book. Authentic phony. And then she surrounded herself with these mean, nasty people. By the way, before Savannah, I ever got in this race, I was in places where Savannah Maddox was. The dedication of the sign for my brother in Independence, a few other places. She won't even look, talk. I mean, she's a mean, nasty person. I mean, before I even got into this race, she was mean and nasty. Chris Wiest, mean and nasty. Her little minions, you know who they are. I'm not going to name their names because they love when their names are mentioned. Just mean, nasty people. She touted that Trump endorsed her as a state rep. Guess what? Savannah Maddox has never defended Trump. Has she spoke out about Trump with the special counsel? Has she endorsed Trump's presidency? No. She also has no chance to beat Bashir. And they always say, oh, she fought for us, she fought. We got her on videotape. She lied. She claimed if you work at St. E's, she claimed she organized that St. E's rally. You believe that? And everybody said, oh, she fought for us. What did she do? Did Savannah Maddox stop anything on the vax mandate to help you? Hell no. And then they bring up the concealed carry. By the way, I got inside information. The House leadership regrets letting her sponsor the concealed carry bill. Anybody sponsored it, it would have passed. Anybody. The constitutional carry bill. Anybody would have passed. They let her do it and they regret it. They act like, oh, she's the big defender of the Second Amendment. She has no chance to beat Bashir. Zero. None. And she's scared to death of me. She has this power at Beans. I can't ever speak at Beans. I was blocked twice from going down there and speaking. She blocked me speaking at. She's so scared to be on the same stage as me. It's hysterical because she knows I blow her off that stage. They do the fake Facebook accounts. It's truly unbelievable. Savannah Maddox, and you know, those of you, one guy told me best, he goes, all these middle-aged white men sniffing around Savannah Maddox, it's disgusting. It's like, oh, you put on cake makeup and have big boobs, and you go out there and all the men go, oh, Savannah, she's the Liberty candidate. Oh. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I've heard that it's more than Chris McCann. Thomas Massey. You got to be living on a rock to not think there's a weird relationship between Massey and Savannah Maddox. And Chris McCann. I mean, it is all very weird. Really weird. But folks, any way you slice it, dice it. She's not qualified. She hasn't done anything. She's a fake, phony fraud. And she's got no chance to win the Republican nomination. And she's got no chance to be elected governor. She's not raising any money. And what cracks me up is the Boone County Liberty Fest group, the Boone County Liberty folks who've drank the Savannah Maddox Kool-Aid, you're wasting your support. And you know what? I'll take all the ordinary Boone County Republicans. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a nice day, Savannah.